Well, good morning.
Good morning.
How are we doing?
Great.
I know some of you are disappointed that P. Larry's not here, and I'm going to tell you I'm disappointed too. Second question y'all probably have is, why is this person standing up here today? And I'm going to ask myself the same question. So my name's Nolan Nichols. Just quick little background summary. I grew up in Luray. It's pronounced Luray if you're from there. If you're just visiting there, you probably pronounce it Luray. So that's how you can tell local from someone that's visiting. But yeah, I grew up there, went to school at Virginia Tech, with Hokies. I graduated there in 2014, went to grad school there, and then I worked on staff there until December. So I had a lot of victory laps there in college. And then I'm working up in Washington, D.C. right now. So my sister goes to EMU. She has been coming to the church, so my mom, dad, aunt, and uncle have been busy, and from time to time I'll kind of come in and check things out. So this is my first time here, but I'm really excited about being here. Real quick, before I forget, let's give it up for the worship band. Yeah, appreciate you all doing that, and yeah, you definitely don't want to be up here for mine. But yeah, really excited to be here. So you might be wondering, okay, well, why did P. Larry ask you to come speak? Well, I do these weekly Facebook videos where I talk about the quote, and I guess P. Larry saw one of them and invited me. So good news and bad news. Good news is that these videos normally are like 3 minutes long, so you might be able to leave here and still get breakfast today. Bad news is that normally it takes a lot of takes to get it right. Now, we had a practice run this morning at 9:30, but I don't know if I forgot everything, so we'll see how this goes today. But again, really excited to be here. The title of the talk today is Your Love's Too Good to Leave Me Here. And that probably doesn't make sense at first, but hopefully, if all things go as planned, it'll make sense afterwards. So we're going to be looking at John 6. John 6 has a lot of verses in it. It's a long chapter. We're only going to be really focusing on just like a small portion of it. But in order to do that, to really focus in on those verses, we need to kind of understand what has led up to that moment. So a lot of really cool things happen in this chapter. And I'm just going to kind of like summarize it. And one thing I think, also quick disclaimer, when I'm like up here talking, I'm basically talking to myself. You all just get to hear. Because all this stuff that I talked, we're talking on, I have not mastered by any means. I'm really just saying it to myself. But with the Bible, sometimes you read these stories over and over, and at a glance you just kind of like, oh, okay, I've heard that. Okay, very good, miracle. But then there's so much to these stories. There's so many layers. There's things that you pick up on that you never heard before. And you know, the Bible, it's obviously it's holy, it's God inspired, but it's also motivating, inspiring, entertaining. It's all of those things. It's a collection of stories of how God is working. And sometimes when you kind of remind yourself of that when you read a story, it really kind of gets something new out of it. So John chapter 6, all this today happens within the span of 2 days. So I want you to picture all this stuff happening if you were a disciple and you were viewing all this happening. So Jesus feeds the 5,000. You might have heard that story before. You know, people are seated on the grass. They don't have enough food. And again, there's so many cool, like, you could do like series on like each one of these things. Jesus feeding the 5,000, like somehow he takes the little amount that they had, and they end up having more leftovers than what they started with. And so many times in our life, it might not feel like we offer much, but God is able to do something powerful. And every one of those stories that mentions this in the Gospels, they always make mention of how Jesus gave thanks. And even when they refer back to the miracle, they say, after Jesus had given thanks, it's happening. So it's like, I think you always wonder, like in your head, how did that miracle happen? I think it happened shortly after he gave thanks, because if it's mentioned multiple times in the Bible, it's probably important. And it's power when you give thanks in a situation where the circumstances aren't great. And sometimes the miracle happens outside, sometimes it happens in here. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on with that. But again, Jesus feeds the 5,000, in the day. So this happens during the day. And then after that, Jesus kind of removes himself to a solitary place. So Jesus enjoyed alone time. I think alone time is important to recharge, refresh. And if Jesus did it and he was perfect, it's probably important. So Jesus, after he does this miracle, kind of goes away to himself, and the disciples, they go across the sea to Capernaum. They weren't running from Jesus or anything. They were just kind of moving on. Jesus was going to catch up with them later. But the problem is, there was only one boat. So the disciples took the boat, or Jesus ended up walking on water. It's very convenient. He walks on water to the disciples. So again, if you were a disciple, you saw the feeding of the 5,000. You saw Jesus walking on water. Wow, what a day. What a day. And then the next morning, the people, the 5,000 that were there, they don't know where Jesus went. And they were like, there's only one boat. The disciples got in it. Jesus didn't get in it. Well, they end up going to Capernaum, and they find Jesus. And they're like, oh, we've been looking for you. So here we go. This is kind of where the story takes a turn. Jesus talks about himself being the bread of life when he was in Capernaum. We read that passage today, and we're not going to read all of it. If you don't have anything to read, like during your quiet times this week, it's a great passage. But you read that today, and Jesus is talking about being the bread of life, and it's not like we get it, like, because we know how the story ends, we know what Jesus was here to do, and what he was all about, but they didn't. So for them, this was kind of revolutionary, because I want to read verse 14 that will kind of set the stage of what the people were thinking. So I'm reading this. This was shortly after he fed the 5,000. Verse 14. After the people saw the sign Jesus performed, they began to say, surely this is the prophet who's come into the world. Jesus, knowing they intended to come and make him king by force, withdrew again to a mountain by himself. So the people wanted him to become a king. They wanted him to kind of take over the kingdom. And Jesus was like, it's more than that. It's not that. It's something more. I'm the bread of life. Like, I'm what is going to sustain you through life. Just like how food nourishes you, I'm going to nourish you through relationship, through the Spirit. It's more than that. People, when they heard that, they couldn't get their head around it. We face a lot of adversity today in a lot of different ways. But this is probably one of the biggest adversities that we face, and the Bible is full of this. The Bible is full of stories when sometimes the toughest adversity is dealing with a situation where what God is doing doesn't completely line up with your expectations. That's tough. Maybe you're at a stage of life where you thought things would be different than what you are now. You thought God was going to play something different out in your life, and you're wondering, this stinks. What now? And this is what the people were dealing with. They had a mind frame of what Jesus was going to be like, and when Jesus is saying something totally different, it's kind of a crossroads, and that's kind of where they were at. And that's kind of what we're going to be looking on today, because we look at those miracles, and we're like, if we could have just seen in person Jesus feed 5,000 and walk on water within our lifetime, that would sustain us. But here, they saw it within 24 hours, and it proved difficult. So we're going to pick it up down at verse 60. So aren't you glad I'm going to read 60 verses? Woo! I'll still be here way after noon. So we're going to pick it up at verse 60. So again, Jesus has said something that's challenging the way they think. And here is what happens. Verse 60. When hearing it, many of his disciples. So this isn't the 5,000. This isn't the fans that have been like, oh, wow, what miracles. This is his disciples that haven't just seen this miracle, but miracles before. So when hearing it, many of his disciples said, this is a hard teaching. Who can accept it? Aware that his disciples were grumbling about this, Jesus said to them, does this offend you? Then what if you see the Son of Man ascend to where he was before? The Spirit gives life, the flesh counts for nothing. The words I have spoken to you, they are full of spirit and life. Yet there are some of you who do not believe. For Jesus had known from the beginning Which of them did not believe, and who would betray him? He went on to say, this is why I told you that no one can come to the Father. No one can come to me unless the Father has enabled them. From this time, many of his disciples turned back and no longer followed him. You do not want to leave me too, do you? Jesus asked the 12. Simon Peter answered him, Lord, to whom shall we go? You have the words of eternal life. We have come to believe, to know that you are the Holy One of God. So it would be interesting to figure out like how many disciples, when it said many disciples, turned back and no longer followed him. It'd be interesting to see how many disciples there ended up being. But some turned back. And the Bible is loaded with a lot of great statements of faith. That's one of them. And Peter says, Lord, to whom shall we go? So we're going to go over 3 points today, fairly quickly. The 3 points that kind of stuck out to me when I was observing, reading, and preparing this passage. And I think it's 3 points that hopefully you can kind of carry with you during the week and kind of see them play out. I know when I was kind of preparing for them, I saw these points kind of played out so many different ways. And hopefully it will be something to kind of encourage you this week. So point number 1, faith is not a feeling. So the feeling of seeing Jesus do those miracles 24 hours earlier could not sustain them when things were going different than what they imagined. Faith is deeper than our feelings. Now, quick disclaimer. There is a difference between feeling and conviction. Feeling is surface level. Conviction is deeper. It's Holy Spirit led. So there is a difference between the two. What I'm saying is that your feelings are not enough to sustain you. Some of you all this morning might not felt like coming this morning. And especially if you knew that P. Larry wasn't speaking, you probably really won't want to come. I don't blame you. But some of you didn't feel like coming. Maybe your husband or your wife kind of made you come. But let me say this. I'm jealous of the people that did not feel like coming this morning. It seems like a weird statement to make. But I'm jealous of that. Because by coming here, you show that your faith is deeper than your feelings.
Amen.
And when you don't feel like doing something, whether it's volunteering somewhere or going to a life group, or you don't feel like doing something that you know you should do, but you do it anyways, you're showing that your faith is deeper than your feeling. What an amazing opportunity when you don't feel like doing something. I'm not saying that the people that felt like coming here, that's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. That's great. Here's the only thing to be cautious about that, is that sometimes I think Satan can use feelings against you. Because if you don't feel like doing something, then he knows that if he changes your feeling, he changes your faith with it. So you got to be careful how tied you get to your feelings. And sometimes it's better not to feel like doing something. What an amazing opportunity to prove to God, prove to yourself that your faith is not just surface level. One quote that I failed to put on the slides, I want to read it. It's an amazing quote. It's by Billy Graham. And if you haven't heard about it, maybe you've been, but in Charlotte, there's the Billy Graham Library. It's free, amazing. Actually, TripAdvisor ranks it #1 thing to do in Charlotte. And it's just this amazing, well-done museum, interactive, of just telling his story and just what God was able to do through a person. And in one of those videos, Billy Graham said a quote that really kind of got to me when you think. And this is what he said. He's asked us to walk not by feeling, but by faith. And said that when you don't feel anything, God may be closer to you than ever before.
Wow.
Amazing. So when you don't feel like doing something, that's an awesome opportunity. Point number 2. God wants to continue to grow us. You know, Peter gives such an amazing statement of faith there. When he's like, Lord, to whom shall we go? And I don't want to read too much into this. I think there's a balance between reading too much into the text, but there's also, the other point's true too. Sometimes we don't read enough into what's going on. It's almost like when Peter's saying, Lord, to whom shall we go? You have the words of eternal life. Like, there's a question mark there. Like, where else should we go? It's almost like, this is tough. It's almost like he's admitting, this is tough, but it's like there's no other option. Like, we got to hold on. Sometimes maybe you feel like that. Going over things are going, and you're like, this is really rough, and I'm just going to hold on to it. I have no other option. And Peter was going through that. What would be interesting would be, a lot of times we kind of give Peter a bad rep because he says some things that I should have been quiet. Like he really spoke what he was thinking. Sometimes I would have said that to Jesus, but okay. But here, like, we'd be curious, like, how many of the remaining 12 disciples that hadn't left yet, how many of them were maybe on the fence? But what Peter seemed in the faith, they're able to go, he's right. So sometimes God will use other people in your life. I think it's why it's important to have a community, a small group, a good close of friends to kind of help guide you when things get tough. But again, I think the disciples, if they're honest, they would say it was hard. But God wants to continue to grow us. And sometimes it's painful, but it's part of the journey. It's part of the journey. Now, let's talk about the sign that when we're driving, we always love. Woo! Road work! So, in a road work, you only have to slow down, which most of us, including myself, I don't like, but it can be a pain. And I used to intern at a civil engineering firm. I was not doing any of the math, so you don't want me doing that. But I would kind of see how stuff gets done, so I have an appreciation for it. But, let's be honest, there was this one bridge at Virginia Tech, it was taking 4 years to build, and it was it wasn't even a long bridge. You were by the time they're done finishing it, they're going to have to rebuild it, because it's going to be outdated. Let's get the project done, and move on. But, at Virginia Tech, there was a lot of construction buildings when we were there. It's just kind of a booming time. But now you think, look back on that, and it's isn't construction a good thing? Because it shows that there's growth. If you lived in a place where you never saw construction, that would actually be a really bad time, because it's nothing's growing. Yep. Construction's a good thing. And also at the Billy Graham Library, Ruth, which was Billy's wife, they're both buried there. And on Ruth's tombstone, it's hard to see, but at the bottom it says, "End of construction, thanks for your patience."
Amen. Amen.
She saw it on the side of the road, and she was I want that on my tombstone, and there it is. It's what amazing way to look at life. We're always under construction, and it's good to feel that way, because God wants to continue to grow us and move forward. Point number 3. God wants the real us, not the fake us. So again, Peter spoke a lot of things. He said some things in other parts of the gospel where it's he really spoke his mind. But that's a good thing. Jesus never discouraged, he never discouraged honesty. It's good to be honest and real and speak the feelings of what you're thinking. And Jesus wanted to spend time around people that were real, not fake. So at Virginia Tech, I was not a great athlete, but I wanted to be part, because I grew up a Tech fan, I want to be part of sports. But there's a problem when you're not good at sports. So I'm how do I do this? And okay, video. So I filmed all the Virginia Tech football practices and did all that good stuff, and they gave you all the Virginia Tech gear. So I would show up to class, and people would be like, "Oh, what sport do you play?" And I'm third string kicker. So that was the story. But so it was a good time. But at Virginia Tech, they actually recently built this, but there's 2 practice fields. One is a grass field, and one is inside that big building that is the indoor practice facility. So the outdoor field, you can tell this picture was taken probably in August, because the field actually looks in good shape. From August to December, they're using that field almost every day, so it gets tore up. And it's not because the grounds people don't know what they're doing and it looks rough by the time it gets to September. It's just because it's just getting completely worn out. And there's times, usually midway through the season, they bring in sod and put it in the middle of the field because it looks like something off the set of the Sandlot, it's just tore up. Whereas the indoor facility, not quite that way. Always looks nice, looks like it's ready to play a game. The VT's shiny, the end zones always look great. You just roll the balls out and have at it. So that field's a lot different. It's low maintenance. Now, I think sometimes, let's correlate this back to our faith. I think sometimes we kind of want that AstroTurf faith. That faith that looks really good all the time. It's always ready. It's painted up really nice. People come in, even if you're not into football, they just come in and be like, oh my gosh, it's so nice. Like, it's just always green. The letters, everything's perfect about it. And then they go, I'm not saying the same thing about this field when it's in October and there's, clouds of dirt everywhere and some of it looks dead. But let's pretend that Jesus is the head groundskeeper, came to inspect these fields. And he walked in to this one. The thing that he would think, number one, their indoor practice facility is not air conditioned, so you think it's probably too hot. But number two, what he would think is, that's great. It looks good. But not one piece of grass is real. It's all fake. Actually, it's all made out of like rubber, like car tire rubber. So it looks good, but it's not real. And that's a lot of what the Pharisees were doing. It's like it looked good, they want to make it look good so people can admire it from a distance, but not one piece of it was real. In this field, it's not necessarily in great shape, but you almost see Jesus kind of walking around saying, wow, like, got some work here. Hey, this is looking good, but let's do some work over here. And it's about doing things together. And it's about growing under construction together because that field's real. The other one's fake. So with our faith, what are we trying to go for? So if you're taking notes, this is probably about to be a line that you've never written down on Sunday morning before. So here we go. God loves dirt. Very profound, isn't it? So think about it. In Genesis, we were made out of dirt. Jesus, one of the many times when he made a blind person see, one time he rubbed dirt, mud on someone's eyes, made him see. Jesus, when they were in a circle and people were about to throw stones at an adulterous woman, and Jesus was like, whoever is without sin, cast the first stone. Before he was doing that, he was even playing with dirt. The parable of the sower, right? It's about what seed is getting sown in good dirt, in good soil. Because it's all about growth and being under construction, and Jesus wants to be part of that journey. It's almost like if your kid got let's say like a Lego set, like a Lego spaceship for their birthday, and you're like, hey, you know what, after Wednesday when I come home from work, let's build it, So let's say Wednesday, you get back from work, and then the kid, your kid's already got it built. Part of you would be like, wow, that's great that he or she did that on their own. Then the other part of you would be like, the point was never to get it built. The point was to do it together. Right. And I think sometimes we make perfection out to be the goal. Perfection is not the goal. It's relationship. It's about doing it together. It's not about trying to build something and faking something so people can admire it. It's about doing life together. And that's what faith is. And God will challenge us. And that's what happened in this passage here. So, it kind of starts to tie things together. Some of you might have heard of Hillsong. So Hillsong is a church in Australia. And they have written a ton of Christian worship music. They really started the movement. And really, like, one of the first songs that really got big, that really started the movement, like we sing today. Because a lot of times you sing those songs that you don't realize that they had a hand in. But what we sang earlier, Shout to the Lord, that really kind of started a movement. And it's still, like, just singing that song this morning, it's just such a powerful song. But they've sung so many songs. They've sung things from, like, Oceans. A couple of weeks ago, I think you all sang So Will I. We wrote that one. They've written so many songs that each week on Sunday, it's estimated that Hillsong's music is sung by an estimated 50 million people in 60 languages. A lot. Now, one of their songwriters of the band, they have a couple of different bands. Hillsong United is one of the bands that kind of falls under the Hillsong umbrella, and they wrote the song Ocean, So Will I, and kind of more today's modern worship music. And one of the songwriters went through a really tough time. And you might think, if your music's getting sung by millions of people, like, wouldn't that sustain you when things got rough? But again, faith is more than a feeling.
Amen.
They were going through a rough time. And actually, Hillsong United broke up for like a year and a half to 2 years, not because they were angry with each other, but they were just burnt out. They were burnt out. And Joel Houston, who's one of their main songwriters, he was burnt out, and they actually recently came out with a new album, and so they're back together. But he was writing music when he was going through a really rough time, and some of the words that he wrote, it's just so raw. And we're going to watch a short video by him, and he's kind of talking about his story. But I want to put some of the lyrics up from one of the songs he wrote. It just came out maybe a couple months ago, and man, it's such a powerful song. And I think what really separates really powerful songs from me is when you can read the lyrics without even the music, and it just like grips you just by reading the lyrics. So we're going to do that before we watch this video. I've been strong and I've been broken within a moment. I've been faithful and I've been reckless at every bit. I've held everything together and watched it shatter. I've stood tall and I've crumbled in the same breath. I was found before I was lost. I was yours before I was not. Grace is spare for all my mistakes, and that part just wrecks me. And I know I don't deserve this kind of love. Somehow, this kind of love is who you are. It's a grace I can never add up to be somebody you still want. But somehow, you love me as you find me. If you want my heart, I won't second guess. Because I need your love more than anything. I'm in, I'm yours. Your love's too good to leave me here.
So I went through a season, where I found myself, for a bunch of different reasons, I guess second guessing myself, I think I'd lost a little bit of perspective. I think I was tired, I was a bit worn out, and just kind of found myself in one of those shadowy moments, where you kind of can't figure out what's up and down, and you're not sure about anything. I lost my confidence. I started going, well, maybe this is it. Maybe it's easier to call it a day now and just kind of like grow up the evening. I don't know, like, whatever. And so during that time, I was talking to different people. There was this one person in particular who I went and talked to. He just gave me some perspective. Kind of talked about the fact that I was fine, I'm not crazy, and I was just going through a process of what he said was reconciling the shadow, which understanding that there's a very human side to who we are. He told me that I was going to write my way out of the season, that God had given me the tools ahead of time to see my way out of it, because you don't have to do anything different. Because you're going to use metaphor, you're going to use story, you're going to use music, and you're going to write yourself through this, like God prepared you for it. And that just made sense. So I went home and I just started writing. And I wrote every day, every waking moment, every spare moment I had, I found myself just writing stuff, song after song after song after song. And in that moment, I found myself writing these lyrics. I've been strong, I've been broken within a moment. I've been faithful, I've been reckless in every bit. I've held everything together and watched it shatter. I've stood tall and I've crumbled in the same breath. And so, that's how I felt. It's like, man, I've tried my best and I can't do it. I've thought I've got this all together and it's all falling apart. And so you start and you're like, oh, I don't know what to do. And so these verses are the best way I can describe how I felt. They kind of somehow, of course, because the other bit, the bit that we had, kind of just tagged onto the end of them. And it made sense. It was like, okay, this makes sense. I think everybody resonates with that feeling sometimes in some way, We'd already sung it a couple of times in church, and it was right before we recorded. And I just didn't feel right about this chorus section that we had. It just didn't feel good to me. Every time we sung it, it was kind of like it works, but I think it just wasn't saying the right thing yet. It was really late when I was sitting there with Crocker. We were just trying to figure something out. And then we figured out this part. And it didn't have any lyric, but we just figured out this melody and it kind of felt really nice. And then on the back of it, we just basically singing, if you want my heart, I won't second guess. I need your love more than anything. I'm yours. Your love's too good to leave me here. You have these moments where you're like, that feels right, man. Like that's everything I want to say. Like I'm not where I was. And it's like a daily journey. And you feel like, I feel better. I feel like, there's glimpses of like, I think I'm on the other side, I'm good. But then there's this moment where you stop and you go, oh my goodness, you remember where you were. And I'm singing these lyrics and I'm looking at them on the page and I'm going, he took me through that journey for a reason. And I'm on the other side.
Yeah, so I definitely recommend watching or listening to that song. It's called As You Find Me, so if you put it in YouTube, As You Find Me, it'll come up. It's such a good song. You can honestly, it's a pretty long song, so it's a service your quiet time or something, but super, super good song. And it's a lot of good lyrics there, but the one that really sticks out for me is your love's too good to leave me here. So I think it speaks to all types of people. Maybe you haven't put your faith in Christ before, and maybe you think that you have to get things together before you go to Christ, and it's like that's not the point. The point is to do it together. And He wants you as you are, the real you. And you might not feel like you're enough, but Jesus is enough. And there you go. That's how it starts. And maybe there's some of us on the other side of the coin that maybe you've been walking in the journey of faith for a while, and you see how far you've come, but maybe you've gotten a little stagnant, and you kind of put your bags down and, okay, I've made it, I'm not who I once was. But Jesus doesn't want to just leave you here. Again, constantly being under construction. He wants to continue to grow us, pick up our bags, and let's keep moving. We're not who we were, but we're not where we need to be yet. So let's keep walking together. Your love's too good to leave me here. So whatever situation you're at, it's all part of the journey. If you don't feel like doing something, that's good. Because what you can do, what you end up doing, is pure and is real. So we're going to take the offering real quick. Before that, let's pray real quick. Lord, thank you for this group of people here this morning. Thank you for speaking to us, challenging us, growing us. And may we just be reminded how your word is continuing to shape us, to mold us. Lord, sometimes we want to put up a front and astroturf faith that looks good from the outside, but maybe it's not real like it should be. And may we just be reminded this morning that you desire not perfection, but relationship. And may that just be encouraging for us. And maybe there's some people here that have never started that journey before, of asking you into their heart and starting that journey. I pray, Lord, that would happen this morning. And maybe there's those that maybe are going through that rough time where it's like, my expectations of life are not meeting God's reality right now. And sometimes just being encouraged that God wants more than what we're thinking. And sometimes that looks different. That's where trust comes in. That's where faith comes in. And we just be renewed this morning as we go out into the week. May we encourage somebody else that needs encouragement, like what Peter did. May you just continue to use us, grow us, and remind us that Your love's too good to leave me